Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo and welcome back to another episode of Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. In the last episode, we had a chilly ride, followed by a severe infestation. We managed to get ourselves another piece of the Dark Moon, after taking down our fourth possessor. I took care of both of these things because Chilly Ride was a very short level. So, this time, we are gonna go to the Treacherous Mansion. This mansion is filled with exotic exhibits created by its late globe-trotting owner. Oh, and it also contains the strongest paranormal signals ever recorded. The paranormal activity in this mansion is completely off the charts. Stay on your toes and start looking for the Dark Moon piece. Let's go. Luigi, the final Dark Moon piece appears to be located here in the Treacherous Mansion. But I'm reading the highest levels of paranormal activity ever recorded in the history of forever. No paranormal researcher worth their salt would go near the place. Yep, going in there is absolutely terrible as an idea. For me, you, on the other hand, well, you don't have a choice. You're the only one who can recover the final Dark Moon piece. But don't despair, son. Look at the bright side. You have a very bushy mustache? Sorry, I'm no good at pep talks. Anywho, it's here that the front door key for this here's the front door key for the Treacherous Mansion. Why do you have this if you've never been here before? It'll make getting into the mansion a lot easier, so don't go losing it. I tried to pinpoint the Dark Moon piece, but there's so much paranormal interference in there. You'll have to look for it the old-fashioned way. Good luck, Luigi. You're gonna need it. I wanna go home. Before we go in there, back here there are a couple of gargoyles, and if we flash them, we can get some coins. If I remember correctly, one of these things gives us a ton of money. Give me those balls. Yeah, there we go. Nice little secret. It's kind of cool. I love the look of this mansion. The look of this mansion is so fucking cool, dude. The mansion just looks so scary and foreboding. It just, oh man, it just looks like a final mansion. You know, it just looks like there is all kinds of spooky shit happening in there. I can't wait to explore it for you guys. The gargoyle heads are watching us. Too bad these gargoyles don't turn their heads and talk to you like the ones in Medieval.
no. Hey. Aw. Bad doggy. Yeah.
Yay, we get to play with the polterpup again. Oh no, that toad has been a link between world and... What happens if we look in there again? No. Okay. I love the humor of this game. You know, Nintendo does, like, stupid, cartoony humor really well, and I love whenever they throw some of that into whatever game they're doing. Like, it just livens the mood so much. Speaking of livening the mood, I guess this is the Polterpup's doghouse. Is there anything in there? No. So I guess the Polterpup used to live here at the treacherous mansion before he died. Well, let's follow the Polterpup. I do not understand why people hate the polterpup so much. I've already talked about this before, but I'm probably going to talk about it again.
Yellow.
Gah! Bad dog. The polterpup is just sitting there, menacingly, barely out of reach. If only he knew the trouble he's causing. Do you... Sorry, there was a notification on my phone. Do you happen to have a haunted doggy treat on you? Maybe you can lure him over. Sorry, I just realized how ridiculous that sounded. I guess you're gonna need to find some other way in there, son. Well, actually, in terms of haunted dog treats, the golden bones are actually kind of cool. Because the golden bones, if you should ever lose all your health, the polterpup will literally just come in there and, like, come to where you are, grab the bone, lick your face, and then you're just brought back to life, I guess. Showing that Luigi isn't really dead, he just kind of faints. Like he's a Pokemon protagonist or something.
Oh. Oh, oh, wow. Oh, oh, oh.
You know, I'm surprised these grates didn't fall through with Luigi in them. That seems to be about his luck. No! You! Stupid golden mouse. I swear that thing just always manages to elude me. Particularly in this mission, like, it is so just dumb the way that it manages to avoid me every time. I guess it doesn't really matter, but, like, I don't know, it's just... I want the money! No money left behind. And yeah! Oh, I didn't get any money. This mission is going to be tricky for some of the gems, because some of the gems in this mission are actually kind of tricky to get. Like that one over there. I always forget how to grab that one. It's actually been a few months since I even recorded this series, believe it or not. I managed to get my recordings out of the way for quite a while, and I was recording Mario and Luigi Brothership. Currently, I'm only like 4 episodes into the series, but like, it's a pretty fun game. Like, it's pretty fun. It's got lots of really good graphics. Like, goddamn. Like, a lot of people love to just go off of, like, realism when it comes to graphics. Like, how realistic, how, like, detailed are the models and shit. But, like, for me, like, realistic graphics don't really mean much of anything to me. Like, I could point out how, like, there's all this detail you can see on Luigi's model here. How you can see, like, the stitching of his, overalls and his hat and stuff like that. But, like I said, I don't really care all that much about realistic graphics. But, like, that's one thing that really just kind of gets on my nerves a lot with people in the gaming sphere, is like the only thing they care about is like realistic graphics or whatever. Like for example, like how good something looks has very little to do with like the realism. And of course it kind of does depend on the game. Like, for example, the trailers for Grand Theft Auto 6. Like, the game graphically looks incredible. In terms of, like, it captures real life so fucking well that you would be hard-pressed to just look at the models and think that they are not real people. But the animations are garbage. The animations look like they're still using the same animations from like the older Grand Theft Auto games. So like, it doesn't fucking matter that the graphics look as good as they do, because the animations give away the fact that this is a video game. The characters don't move like real people. They move like video game characters from the PS3 era. Like, I was having a very lengthy discussion about this with, I forget what his YouTube handle is. I just call him John. But I was having a very lengthy conversation about this with John. And he tried to tell me about this, how, like, graphics, especially Nintendo graphics, are more so, like, they're not up to par. And it's like, in terms of the graphical engine, in terms of, like, the Switch, yeah, it's not as powerful as the PS4 or the PS5 or whatever, but the power of the console has little to do with the graphical capability of the game itself. Because you can make something that is made for much weaker console power, you can have it look far better than stuff that comes out on like modern day consoles. And it also doesn't help, by the way, that a lot of modern console stuff like the PS5, it looks identical to the PS4. The PS5 graphics do not look that much better than the PS4. And the PS4, the PS4 was a pretty big jump, I will say, from the PS3, but like that's about it. You know, and even then, it really depends on certain games. Like, the original Last of Us still looks pretty fucking good, even by today's standards. Arf, arf, arr, better run from Bulldog. But, like, for me, like, the old adage of, like, good graphics don't make a good game is like Nintendo's MO, because they focus more on gameplay and story and stuff like that above all else. Like, well, with the story thing, it really depends on what series you're talking about. I feel like story was more so something that Zelda really tried to push, but like hardly anybody goes to a Mario game for story. But even in the case of, like, Mario, you know, like, the games are still really well written for the most part. Even if they're not, like, super rich in terms of story and lore and stuff like that. So it's just something that is rather stupid as far as I see it. Ah, God damn it. It's just something that's really fucking stupid. Because the, where? It's just something that's really dumb, because, like, in terms of graphics, things are not as black and white. Like Nintendo, to me, they make the best games. But the thing is that a lot of people don't really seem to... Okay, this is where it's probably going to take me a little bit of trial and error. I think it's... Ah, there we go. Hooray! I remembered! Like, the thing is with, like, a lot of games that a lot of gamers love to play these days, is that they like to play their mobile shooters, their multiplayer games and such like that, like their Call of Duties and their Halos and whatever else. And personally, I don't really see the out. I don't see the appeal in a lot of those types of games. I'm just not someone who likes to play a whole lot of like multiplayer games. Like, I don't care for Fortnite. I don't care for any of that other shit. I don't care for Call of Duty. Although I do occasionally play Zombies, Call of Duty Zombies Black Ops 3 with John, but like, I don't know, the mobile, like, why do I keep calling it mobile? Like, multiplayer games to me just have very little, I'm not gonna say very little appeal, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of those types of games just don't. as someone who plays more like single player games and whatnot, John and I have talked about this before, where it's very much like single player games have, if you're someone who plays a lot of single player games, you're not likely to get into multiplayer games. But if you're someone who is like kind of the inverse of that, though, is that if you're someone who is more into multiplayer games, then you're kind of more, I'm not going to say limited, but you're kind of more likely to, I love that. You're not as likely to enjoy more single player games. Like, I don't know. That's just something that has come to mind as of late. But we got the key back.
Oh, yellow.
Bravo, Luigi. Someone needs to put a leash on that blasted pooch. You're pretty far from the mansion's entrance now. It'll be faster for me to bring you back here and then send you to the entrance. Hold on.
Oh, yes. Ho, ho. I did it. What? Ho, ho. Hey, hey.
Alright, another gold rank.
Yeah.
Very nice. Welcome back, youngster. Nice work hunting down that front door key. That dog really took you for a walk. New gem collected. New ghost collected. We finally caught the polterpup. New ghost collected. New boo collected. And more money. The most important part. Ha! Gotcha now, you spooky mutt. I made some adjustments so the capture mechanism so he couldn't escape this time. Although you didn't encounter as many ghosts as I thought you would. However, that was just the basement of the treacherous mansion. Who knows what the rest of the place has in store for you? The mansion looks a lot creepier than the last time I saw it. I wonder who's been redecorating. Anywho, I'll just adjust the pixelator to send you to the mansion's entrance. In the meantime, why don't you do some training in the scare scraper? You'll need to keep your skills sharp to make it through the treacherous mansion. I think that'll do it for this episode. Next time on Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon HD, we get into some double trouble. I assigned a toad assistant to take care of the valuable exhibits in the treacherous mansion. Let's find him. He might know a thing or two about the Dark Moon piece. See you guys then.
A 7 a sinking square window!